Superintendent. Anybody notify the wife? We're calling and not able to get a hold of it. Okay. Forced entry? No, alarm company registered entry for the garage. Just. You two gentlemen? Okay. So the murder weapon used in the home invasion MK18. Soldiers call it the street sweeper. It's fully automatic. It can raid the entire city block in about 30 seconds. ATF, they ran into a dead end on a train robbery. They're working theories that a high-ranking gang members want some guns. Hey, the only victim. Successful two African Americans were told that blue car, possibly in the sun, so they were for sure not going to be good. I can't talk about it about all the basic groups.
Be right back. Be right back. Okay. That's good enough. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what I call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media, wherever you may find me. I am known as the mighty, mighty, mighty Angel Snup Nup 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I would like to, before we get started, speaking on the topic that we've chosen for this evening, I want to give the announcements that some of you are already familiar with, and that is that if you have not done it by now, we would like for you to support our soul sister, Noble Levine, and her latest offering, her book called God is on Trial. And that would be very, very nice. In fact, you can get that on Kindle for $3.99. Or you can get the paperback for $13.99. You can contact our sister by subscribing to her channel. There's information in the description box. Get that book, God is on Trial. Very controversial. A very, as one brother said, very provocative work. Our sister does very good writing. In fact, she also has, I think it should be in the description box. Check out her latest articles on political media, blackpoliticalmedia.com. Check out her other writings besides God is on Trial. Also, if you would like to give to my medical fund or just want to donate to this ministry in general, you can do so. Again, the information is in the description box. We have both PayPal and Cash App and what's the other one? Zelly. Also, the most important of them all is support the promotion of our plan that we call Operation Exodus Mississippi. And for those of you who may not be familiar with that, in the description box is the first original presentation link, a copy of that when we spoke about this Mississippi plan 3 years ago. In fact, in a couple of days, it would be the 3rd anniversary of the Mississippi campaign. So check out that link and subscribe to Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. Let me see, is there anything that I forgot? Also, subscribe to our soul brother Taalik, his channel. The link is in the description box. Everything is in the description box. Check out the description box. Some other interesting stuff. My first website link is in the description box. Get a chance, you can check all that out. Our music that we decided and I love to use comes from our brother Astro Boo Baby and his sister Zena Faye. And you can subscribe to those channels, Astro Boo Baby and Zena Faye. Now, we want to don't want to spend a lot of time. Also, shouts out to the Deacons of Reality. Deacons of Reality. You have Deacons of Mythology and Belief, Reality. We have our deacons, the Deacons of Reality. Our brother Twin and Soul Brother 85. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. Thank you for those who are listening here and on Facebook, and those who will listen to this broadcast after it's been re-uploaded or loaded upon this format here called YouTube. Well, we want to talk a few minutes about this never-ending belief, this never-ending subject matter is become redundant. But that's what our people are into. So we have to speak on it now and then because we know better. Here, we know better. But there are those who don't know. So we speak so those with an open mind can know better just like we do. At least begin to look at things from another point of view, because many things are not what they seem. Many things are not what they seem. I was speaking to one of the deacons earlier this morning, I believe. Brother Twin. And I just want to clarify something because I think that is very important. Brother Twin asked me, is it all right for us as an individual to do for self? Of course. Of course. There's nothing wrong with us if we want to start a business. We want to do something that is good for us as an individual. I would advise it. That's a wonderful thing. There's nothing wrong. You will never be in error. You'll never be making a mistake doing for yourself. Unfortunately, in this society, in this civilization that we live in, it is impossible for everybody to do for self in this environment. First of all, the reality is too many people on the earth. And we really don't have the resources. That's the reality of it. And another reality, most people don't want a business. They don't want to do certain things. They don't mind going out. They don't want the responsibility. See, when you talk about do for self, that's responsibility. And some folks just want to go to work, go home. They don't want to deal with what it takes to do for yourself, to run a business. It's a lot of responsibility. It's not fun and games. Now, of course, when a lot of people, when you make a large amount of money, the work that you do is a payoff, but it still doesn't mean that the work stops. You have to stay on the ball, because what was that Biggie Small said? The more money you have, the more problems. You always gonna have somebody out there. Look, if you think Will Smith, Denzel Washington, I'm just using actors because there are many of us who made our money, made a lot of money. They do not act, they do not sing, they do not play basketball. But I'm just using these actors and singers and dancers or whatever as an example. Even Oprah Winfrey would tell you, somebody out there is always after your money, from the inside and outside. Oprah would tell you she has to keep an eye on her money, because you have so much money, you have people inside your house and outside your house trying to rip you off. Oh, Oprah got $1 billion. She's not going to miss this 100,000. Oh, Denzel Washington got all these millions. He's not going to miss this little 100,000 or 20,000. You're always going to have somebody after your money. More money you got, more money you have, more problems. That's the reality of it. And in the situation we saw with Biggie Smalls, his money brought him unnecessary problems and silly confrontation that unfortunately ended the life of Biggie Smalls. And prior to him, Tupac Shakur. Silly, unnecessary deaths. Young men with so much potential. But there's nothing wrong with doing for yourself. I would advise, if it's possible, that we do for self. Now, when you talk about do for self as an individual, it's great. But when you do for self as an individual, it only helps your circle. A little circle or whatever. It really does not. It helps the individual and your circle, your little organization that you might be part of. So individual do for self helps individuals and organizations. But when you do for self as a people, it helps the people. So individual, it only helps the individual. Do for self, if a people do it, helps the people. I saw Brother Malcolm in a small clip, and he spoke and he said, we need one direction. And I took that clip. It's on the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign channel. One direction, one purpose, vision, and goal. The problem here is we cannot move as a people. And when we move as individuals, I don't care how wonderful it is, it's not going to help the people. So the people's condition does not change. Oprah only changed her condition. Denzel Washington only changed his condition. It does not do nothing for me that Oprah has money. It does nothing for me that LeBron James has money. Or whoever out here having all this success. How does it help me? Because I'm part of the people. Whatever the Nation of Islam do basically helps the Nation of Islam. Whatever these organizations do only basically help them. It does not help the 40 million plus soul brothers and sisters in this country. That's wonderful that you can make millions of dollars. We want to applaud you, praise you. But your individual success, unless you're able to attain, like for real billions, and you really want to help the people, maybe so. But see, money isn't our problem. I heard a brother talk today on his podcast. We as a people in this country, we get over $1 trillion a year out of this economy. $1 trillion. Something is wrong. So we have money. We have education. We can vote. We got so many things, but the condition does not change. Why is that? $1 trillion. And we've had lots of money for decades. And we're still in this condition. More education than we've ever had within the last 50 years. Condition does not change. That's not the solution. Money by itself is not the solution. Education, because it's not the proper education. It's not the right knowledge. It does not change. And I know some folks don't want to hear that. How you doing there, Raymond? I know you don't want to hear that. We are Christians and Kemetic, and we're Muslims and 5% nation and Israelites, and the list goes on and on. And I listened to some brothers today, and they sound so intelligent and all this knowledge. And we've had this knowledge for decades. The condition does not change. The reason why Angel Snub Nub 7 exists is because the condition does not change, and I am no longer impressed by these so-called solutions, your education and your money and your religion, and the list goes on and on. All these things do not work. You know, one of the reasons why is because you have too many people doing too many things. And that's always going to lead to failure. Always. You're never going to win divided. You're never going to win, I'm doing my thing, she doing her thing, do my thing. You're never going to win. The condition is not going to change. You can scream black power all you want. You can talk about God all you want. Whatever, you can talk about all the money you have in your pocket all you want. Your condition is not going to change. You have all these but you don't know how to use them. That's your problem. You have all these tools and you have no plan. You have no purpose. You have no goal. You have no vision. You have to have a plan. You have, first of all, you have to have competent people, competent leadership. You have to have a competent plan, a purpose, a goal, and a vision for a future you will not see. You have all the tools. You have everything that you need. It's like somebody who want to build a house. You have the wood, you have the nails, you have the screwdrivers, you have the hammers, but you don't know how to build a house. The only thing you know how to do is talk building the house, but you really don't know how. You can put a few boards together, you can get a few nails and block, 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 but a house never get built. You have everything you need to build a beautiful house, but you don't really know how. You have an idea, you know it takes wood, but you really don't know how to build. So you want liberation, and you claim you want to be free, but you really don't know how. So you go through the motions of hammering and putting some wood together, but it's not forming a house. And everybody doing their own thing. There's no plan how we gonna build this house. Everybody get to do their own thing. So if that's not going to work, if we are trying to build a house, how is it going to work when we are supposed to be striving for what we call Black or soul liberation? We want to change this condition that we find ourselves in once and for all. Not talking about 30 years from now, 40 years from now. We can change it right now. We have everything that we need right here, right now. All the tools. But everybody doing their own thing. Now, I've written emails, and my platform members will bear witness. I've written emails to the brother that wrote that book, A Black Power Manifesto, The Devil Within, Charles Blow from the New York Times. I sent him an email, and I sent the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, an email, and I sent just today, or was it late last night? I think it was late last night. I sent a young brother who's making some moves. I sent him an email just to present to them what we call the Mississippi campaign. Now, I would hope, now the brother that wrote the book has not replied. It's been going on a month, I think. I just wrote the mayor of Jackson, Mississippi, and I just wrote, but see, the sad thing about it is I really don't expect even a reply. It's sad. I don't expect nothing. Now, I would hope we could talk. I mean, what's wrong with talking to somebody? You can't listen to another brother or sister's idea other than your own and just tell them what you think. See, the thing about the Mississippi campaign is I know it's not perfect, but I know it's right on time. You can't see nothing wrong. But see, the problem is, in order for a Mississippi campaign to work, there must be one direction, one plan, one purpose, one goal, one vision. And see, our people, these people that we call our people, they don't want that. They won't praise me. Do what I say. That's what they want. They want credit, which I don't care. I wouldn't be shocked if that brother Charles Blow that wrote the book, Black Power Manifesto, I wouldn't be shocked if he saw one of our videos and that caused him to go into the direction that he went. I wouldn't be shocked, but he's not. A lot of people are not going to give folks credit for nothing, because we know that we've been talking about the South. We've been talking about Mississippi for 3 years. Nobody else has. Nobody else been on YouTube that I know of been talking about we need to make this move down south to Mississippi. First, let's do Mississippi and spread out. 3 years. Uninterrupted. YouTube haven't taken down none of my channels. So it's been smooth sailing for 3 years talking about this. But everybody want to do their thing. You know, he doing his thing. Everybody. And guess what? Nothing's going to change. You feel good because you're able to get a few hundred, maybe a few thousand people together, and y'all, and you can brag about your, I'm going to say it, your silly little school, your dumbass business. That's why I said it. Your little humpity dump stuff that you do don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing in the grand scheme of things. How do your little dumpy school, how do your little funky business, whatever it is, how does that help 40 million? It does not. Selfish ass people looking for praise and glory. See, I can't claim your little individual crap. That's what they want. Look what I did. Look what I did. That's what they want. I make it very clear when it comes to this Mississippi campaign. I make it very clear. Upon its success, I don't want to never be put on a pedestal talking about, look what Angel Snupnut 7 did. No, no. I want to be able to say and be true. Look what we did. Because I'm not a savior. I'm not your Messiah. We do this together or we don't do it at all. Because I don't want, and it's not fair. I was talking to Sister Noble, and she's so fired up and got all this energy. She want to do this work. But I told her, I understand how you feel. That's the way I felt when I first joined Minister Farrakhan back in the day. But it's not fair for me and her and Taalik or whoever. It's not fair for us to do all the work because this is not for us. Now, when you do something for an individual or an organization, that's for y'all. So y'all should get the credit. So when Twin opened up his big old farm as an individual, it would benefit the people, of course, but it's for Twin. I'm doing it for myself. But your little farm cannot feed the 40 million. It cannot do that. So we need something bigger. We need something stronger that can feed and clothe and shelter and bring power to the 40 million. That's what you need. Your little shoe business, selling apples on the street or whatever you choose to do might bring you a little money, but it will not bring you power and influence to the point where the government or even the African governments or China or somebody recognize you. Don't mean nothing. Do you think that the president, whatever they call the president, the chairman or whatever in China, with all the money that Oprah Winfrey have or Kanye West, do you think that the leader of China is impressed by Oprah and Kanye West? Do you think Oprah and Winfrey can go to the Chinese leadership and tell them what they should and should not do? They end up probably in jail somewhere. That's what would happen. It means nothing. Oprah and Kanye can go to China on vacation as tourists, go as a visit. You have no say-so in our affairs at all. You have nothing, they have nothing to offer them on that level. The Mississippi campaign is about getting us. You'll never get on that level. Divide it all up. Everybody doing that little, the energy, I'm going to say this. The energy you are using doing these small baby projects, the energy you using, you could be using to gain something really, really big. But you're so selfish and you don't understand that because you're still thinking like a slave. You cannot see beyond yourself. Selfish, really. Selfish. Too many people doing too many things always going to equal failure. Didn't y'all learn anything from the civil rights era? Everybody doing different stuff. The Black Panther Party, SNCC, the Southern Conference Leadership Conference, whatever they call Christian Conference, the Nation of Islam, and the whatever. All this stuff, different stuff going on. Failure. They fail. You say that you know history. You claim. Well, then, this history is not that old. And it verifies and supports what I say. Can you imagine where we would be if Malcolm X and Dr. King and all these people during the 1960s and Huey P. Newton, if they were able to come together under one umbrella and say, this is how we're going to move. One direction, one purpose, one goal, one plan, one vision. Can you imagine? How you doing there, Soul Sister Ann? What's up? What's up? Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Can you imagine where we would be now? But they was all divided up in competition with one another. We just had a broadcast with Soul Sister Karen. Matter of fact, that's part I forgot to mention that in my announcements. We're going to try to do every Wednesday night, if possible. Late night with Soul Sister Karen. And we was just talking about jealousy in the Black community, jealousy in the soul community. We were just talking about that. I am not in competition with you. I want us to win. I'm not jealous of nobody. But I'm sick and tired of losing. You keep doing things, we're not winning. Your strategy, your thinking, how you're doing stuff is not winning. It's nothing personal. I seen a basketball game and Michael Jordan was having a real bad day. And we know Michael Jordan is a great basketball player. But for some reason this night, Michael just couldn't get, he was just messing up. But by this time, Michael had grown. Michael had matured in his game. And he saw he just wasn't, it wasn't happening. So Michael started passing the ball more and getting his other teammates in the game. We don't know how to do that. We want to keep shooting and missing. You're not putting no points on the board. You don't want to pass the ball. Ball hogs. I want to do my thing. I want to be Jordan. But Jordan wants to win. So he understands if I want to win, I'm not doing it. Let me pass the ball. Let me get my teammates in the game. Too many people doing too many things is a failure. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Failure. And if you want to continue to be a failure, hey, be my guest. It does not bother me. And I just keep making videos talking about y'all a bunch of losers because it's the truth. Not my fault. You don't want to win. You want to keep doing the same stuff that don't put no points on the board. Whoa, I'm thirsty. I do not know why I'm so thirsty. But I want to be a winner. Not talk about it. I want to be about it. I want us to be a winner. I don't want to sit back. I don't wish failure on nobody. I don't wish failure on Hebrew Israelites. I don't wish failure on my Christian brothers and sisters. I don't wish failure on the Kemetic folks or nobody. I don't wish failure on nobody, but I understand that what you're doing is failure. I don't wish it. That's what you want. That's what you embrace. Didn't you learn anything from the 1960s that division is a losing proposition? Why couldn't they unite during the 1960s? Because it's all about me. It's all about Huey P. Newton. It's all about Elijah Muhammad. Now they talking. Now you heard it. Oh, we got to unite. You hear it all the time. Oh, we got to unite. Unification. But when it comes to actually doing it, they're not interested because they're selfish. It's all about me, what I want. So when it's all said and done, you got nothing, I got nothing. And in this society, we stay on the bottom of the barrel. On the bottom. Third, fifth class citizens or whatever. And see, those of us who are in the forefront, we are actually the leadership. Do you know why you're not getting millions and millions of views? Because the people can see you ain't doing nothing. They're not interested. You don't inspire them. This thing called doing for self. Let me say this, and we're going to go ahead into our main topic. You hear them say all the time, well, we black man, we got to do for self. We got to do for self. That's not nothing new. As soon as our ancestors was given their so-called freedom, they had to do for themselves. They didn't get nothing from the government. They didn't get 40 acres and a mule. They got nothing. So they had no choice to do for self. So that's not nothing new. That's a slogan you hear from the nation of Islam. That's a slogan you might got from Marcus Garvey or whatever, but that's not nothing new. Our ancestors always done for self, and guess what? And they were successful. Since you know history, you know this. The problem is living with race. And the races destroyed much of what they were able to build. Prime example, Tulsa, Oklahoma. So doing for self is not nothing new. And they done it good. But you living with an enemy that's able to create laws and able to use violence to stop you. So look at this. Here we are in 2021. That's not our problem. They were able to be successful and had a government really upon their shoulders. That's not our problem. You have more education, you have more money, you're in a better position. You cannot even duplicate what our ancestors done straight off the slave plantation. We should really, the whole thing is embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. We cannot progress further than slaves who did not know how to read and write, who did not know math. Yes, that makes me upset. It's embarrassing. Who had to live in terrorism 24 hours a day. We don't have these things. Why are you a failure, a loser? Now, one of the things that help us, motivate us to do for self. See, our ancestors, do you know what motivated them to do for self? It's called starvation. That's what motivated them. Simply trying to live. They didn't need no inspirational, motivational speaking. Either I'm going to die or I'm going to survive. It was simple as that. But you, in 2021, you need somebody that's inspirational, charismatic, fun, motivational. You need somebody like that to help you do for yourself, to, jumpstart you. Incredible because you're still not doing anything, but it make you feel good. See, back in those days, when the preacher was a motivational speaker and inspirational, it caused them to go to work. They didn't have a choice. But see, you have a choice because you don't have to listen to Angel Snubbing Up 7. You don't have to listen to nobody. You can depend on your job that you get from the white man, or you can depend on your business that's indirectly still connected to the white man. So Massa gonna keep you. You're not worried about it because Massa gonna always take care of you. And you go in your pocket and you take out your money with Massa face. George Washington, Jefferson, Roosevelt, Hamilton, whoever. Yo, Massa. So you don't need me. We don't need each other. So I do my own thing. Because Massa got my back. That's why you do your own thing. That's why there's no black unity, because y'all still depending on Massa. That's why. You don't want responsibility on yourself. Massa got your back. All this blackity black stuff. It ain't nothing but whitey white. Ain't nothing but chocolate covered whiteness. All this black power, blackity black Pan-Africans, ain't nothing but chocolate covered whiteness. That's all it is. Because you do what you do because the white man got your back. You don't need your brother. You don't need your sister. I can do my own thing. Because Massa got my back. And some of them will even brag to you. Look at all the dollars I made with the white man's face on it. My Massa take care of me. Black power family. My Massa take care of me. Who is the Most High? The Most High is the white man. That's who the Most High is. Who is Allah? Who is Jesus? It's the white man. That's why you do what you do, because the white man got your back. But see, our ancestors knew that the white man didn't have their back. They knew this man was stopping them from doing what they had to do. How you doing there? Can't pronounce your name. Z-Man. How you doing? Yeah, Caucasian got your back. That's why you can do your thing. Because the white man got your back. All that black, ain't nothing but black, ain't nothing but whiteness. That's all it is. So I know you don't like me, because I know what it's all about. You don't impress me with all that blackness. I already been there, done that. And when you look at it for what it is, it's nothing but whiteness. That's why you can afford not to unify with Angel Something Up 7. That's why you can afford not to unite with your brothers and sisters in the community. Y'all don't want to work nothing out. You don't want to try to work with nobody because the white man got your back. You still on the plantation and Massa still giving you food, clothing, shelter, electricity, etc., etc., etc. So you don't need me because I can't give you electricity. I can't give you Facebook and YouTube. So the hell with what I'm talking about. Massa Zuckerberg, Facebook. Massa Zuckerberg got my back. I don't need you. And so they go on to inspire you with and tell you this feel-good stuff. Well, you know, we're God's chosen people. We're the real children of Israel. We're the real Jews. We are kings and we're queens. We once was rulers. Fairy tales. Cartoons. So we're talking about tonight, will the black people, will the black man rise up again to be a ruler? That makes some of these people feel so good. I'm special. I'm God's chosen people. I'm a child. I'm the real child of Israel. I'm the chosen people. I'm the son of God. I'm a king. I'm a queen. I'm rising up. I'm rising up to be a ruler. Woo! I think I'm getting the Holy Ghost. Woo! So my question is, why you want to be a ruler? See, being a ruler means you carry responsibility. That's why you can say, well, the white man do this and the white man do that. You say that because he's in a position of rulership, domination. And he's not a just ruler. He's a pretty bad guy. So you have a lot of responsibility. And so this ruler, this Caucasian man, this white man, is a ruler, but don't want to take responsibility for what they have done. When you go to McDonald's, you expect to get a hot Big Mac and hot fries. And when you get cold fries, a cold Big Mac, you don't go to the cashier. Well, you go to the cashier, but the first thing you say is, I want to see the manager. I want to see who's in charge. I got cold fries and a cold Big Mac. Now, most managers will take responsibility. I'm sorry, sir, because the customer is always right. I'm sorry, sir. I give you your money back. I'll refund your money, and I will redo your order. Your order is free. That's the way most managers are supposed to handle that. Some managers say, I seen when they gave it to you. It was hot when it left us. I don't know how it got cold like that. They're not willing to accept responsibility for whatever it is. That's how it is with Caucasian people in this world. I mean, being manager has a lot of perks. But like all things, there's a good side and a bad side. Now, see, when the Negro, the chosen people of God, when you are told that you are rising up to be a ruler, the only thing you see is the good side. You don't never talk about the bad side, because there is a bad side to rulership, to being a manager. Everything is not what it seems. And sometimes we want to walk in shoes because we think those shoes are so great. But if you actually had to walk in those shoes, you find out it's not what it's cracked up to be. A prime example is our soul brother Michael Jackson. May he rest in peace. On the outside looking in, Michael, very talented man, money, praise, glorified all over the world. On the outside looking in, if you are a struggling artist, I want to be like Michael Jackson. I want to sell millions of records. I want to go around the world. But there's a bad side. And if Michael could come to our live stream and we could interview Michael, he'll tell you about the bad side. How many times he probably went in his room and tears came from his eyes because people talking dirt and lying and slandering his name and all this. Because see, the same way they will build you up, the same way they will want to bring you down. Matter of fact, it's more fun bringing people down. See, Michael ain't all that. He's a child molester. Do everything to ruin his reputation. He's gay. And it never stops. You want to be a ruler. I want to be the manager of McDonald's. I'm on fries. One day I'm going to be manager. So one day you do enough fries. And now you puff out your chest. And you look around the room and you look at your name tag And it says, Taalik Ibn'rad, manager. You proud of your accomplishment. I'm manager. I'm the head Negro in charge. I'm the ruler. Look at what Caucasian people put up every day. Because being a ruler has responsibility. Look what they have to deal with every day. On YouTube every day. The white man do this. The white man is the devil. The sun gonna burn the white people up. I'll be glad when they go extinct. Look what they have to put up with. They have to put you in positions they don't want to put you in because of how they ruled. And this is a result of their rulership because it's injustice, because of greed. So when we talk about rulership, I'm gonna rise. They say that the black man ruled the world at one time. When did that happen? Nobody rules the world right now. You say that the white man ruled the world, but actually he doesn't. I think that China and India and a lot of these other nations would disagree with you. They might have a lot of influence, but they don't rule a damn thing here. Nobody. I mean, there are folks that try if they can, but nobody has ruled humanity like that. The black man has never ruled the world. No, he has not ruled the earth. Nobody has been able to rule all human beings. Because if that's happened, that means all of us would be the same. And we're not. So many people were different. If one sucker ruled the earth, they would want everybody to be like them. And that has never happened at no time. Everybody is different. Because not one sucker, not one group of people ever ruled the earth. It has never happened. All the people. That has never happened. Everybody would be the same. Which would be boring. I don't want everybody to be like me. I'm glad that I'm different than the deacons of reality. I'm glad I'm different from Raymond and Z-Man. I'm glad we're all different and unique. I don't want everybody to be like me. That would be boring. And human beings would never advance. Human beings would never progress if everybody is a damn clone, everybody doing and thinking the same thing. You be right back living in caves again. Nomads or whatever. Actually, that was a pretty good life, really, when you think about it. The air wasn't polluted. You didn't have to get up and go to a job every damn day. Actually, it was better, for real, when you think about it. Blacks ruled the world, you say. Did this happen? And what do you mean by black people? What is that? What is a black people? Because and other people of color are called black, then who are we, the so-called Negro in America? Because using that logic, black would be the species or the people. So you can't call the so-called Negro in America black. We can't be the species and the people all at the same. So what kind of black people are we? And then when you tell me what kind of black people are we, how did we ever rule the world? When the only thing or the only place the so-called Negro in America have ever known is the United States of America, the United Snakes of America. We've never been outside of America. So they tell this lie about Kemet. And they keep telling us this lie about Hebrew Israelite. We've never been outside of America. Never. Never. You cannot show us being outside of America. We have no connection to the outside. Show the connection. And then show our contribution to their history. That's why people on the African continent do not talk about us. We're not in their history because we are not connected to them. If we was related, if we was connected to African people, we would be history. They do not talk about us, to my knowledge. They do not put the so-called American Negro in their history, have no contribution to their history because we never lived there. We're not part of them. We might be related, but we're not them, and they're not us. We are a brand new, unique admixture people created on a slave plantation, and our DNA carries different peoples, native peoples, some Africans, some from the islands, Europeans. We can look like almost anybody. We can look like Africans. We can look like Europeans because there are brothers and sisters who pass for white. You heard about it. There are brothers and sisters who pass for white. We are the lightest of the light, darkest of the dark. Nobody on this planet can be like us because of our experience, how we were created here in this wacky country. I have a video called How the White Man Created Black People. You can look that up. How the White Man Created Black People. And I break it down very, very simple. You cannot debunk. You cannot refute. You know the history. But see, in order for you to keep this lie, you got to skip certain things. I'm not skipping a damn thing. It is what it is. Because you want to be African. You want to be whatever. That's not us. You want to rule again. You never ruled at no time. The only thing you ever known is a slave plantation. That's it. I know it hurt your feelings because you God's chosen people and you a king and a queen and you're a ruler. You're going to rise again. How you going to rise? Because in order for you to rise, that means this people got to rise. You're not interested in raising the people. The only thing you're interested in is your own individual, raggedy, selfish, greedy self. Because in order for the people to rise, they have to be united. They must be together. They must become a people. We're not a people. You in your group, I'm in my little group. Everybody know in their little groups, we're not a people. So the first thing that must be established is we must become a people. One name. And really, I don't care what the name is. As long as the people decide this is what we are, we roll. One name. I prefer soul brothers and sisters. And I say that because we've used it before. From the late 1950s until the middle of the 1990s. And we didn't have a problem with that. It was an identity that all of us had no problem with. We all could gather under that one label. You can be committed, but I'm a soul brother. You can be a Christian. I'm a soul brother and sister. It don't make no difference. Because the label is only describing the similarities of a people as a whole. Not you as an individual, because as an individual, you can be whatever you want. But you need an identity and a label. So when I talk about soul brothers and sisters, don't expect to see somebody from Africa. Don't expect to see somebody from Jamaica. Don't expect to see nobody from nowhere except right here in the good old United States of America. Because I want to be me. You should have no problem being you, trying to be other folks. So, you a ruler. We gonna rise again. It take a lot of energy. It take a lot of smart moves to be a ruler on the level that y'all talking about. And you ain't nowhere close. How you gonna be a ruler and you sit back and laugh and make mockery of what we call the Mississippi campaign? It can't be done. It's a pipe dream. Well, how you gonna rule? You can't take control of a state, but you're gonna rule the world. You're gonna rule all other human beings, but you can't take control of a state. How many towns do we control that we rule? Our neighborhoods that we control, that we rule. Our ancestors had about 30 towns that they created in this country. Some of them still exist today. And this was done by people who came out of slavery, who was under severe terror, domestic terrorism. Many of them could not read and write, and they created 30 towns. Here you are, 2021, talking about we gonna rise to be rulers. How many towns do you have that you control, that you rule? How many neighborhoods? You don't even rule a neighborhood. That's why the African is there. That's why the Arab is there. That's why the Asians are there. And anybody else that come on boat. All them folks waiting at the border, ready to come to your neighborhood right now. And pretty soon Biden and the boys gonna let a whole bunch of them come on across the border. They gonna learn that they can do good moving to the black community. Because you don't control nothing. You don't rule nothing. Anybody can come in your neighborhood and do anything. And you support them. But you won't support me. We don't support us. Because you don't need us. And so there's a void. And so the people from Mexico come in, the people from Syria, some damn where, of course the Arabs and Chinese, everybody run to our neighborhoods. Yes, welcome to Sheng 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 Sheng. Do you like some fried rice? Do you want some egg foo young? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And they take your dollars out of your neighborhood and take it to Chinatown. Now, there's nothing wrong with Chinese food. I love Chinese food. But guess what? We can cook Chinese food ourselves. I know a brother, he can walk that stuff on down just as good as they can. Ain't nothing wrong with Chinese food. We can cook Chinese food. But we're not united. We're not interested. We're just interested in some talk. That's all, talk. You talk a good game. Like on the basketball court, you got guys that can't play a lick. They talk a good game. But when it actually comes to playing the game, they fail. And that's what you see. And I'm supposed to be impressed by this. Those who come to this platform, we are supposed to be impressed by these folks that's talking all this crap, but you can clearly see they don't know what the hell they're doing. Now, what they calling worldwide rulership, a lot of it is not even really about trying to rule somebody. It's about me and my people, and we have a growing population. It's about survival, and it's about greed. So I'm not looking to rule nobody, because if I was looking just to rule somebody, they wouldn't be killing their neighbors. So you have a place like Egypt, Kemet, or the Zulu nation, and their population is growing and growing. They need more land. They need more resources because of their population. They send their soldiers out to conquer their neighbors. And a lot of times, wipe their neighbors out. It's not about I'm trying to rule somebody. I'm looking out for my and they was wiped out. Everything about them was destroyed. If it was about just trying to rule somebody, then we would capture them and make them slaves and rule over them, which that was the case too sometimes. But it's not about that. It's about survival of this particular group. Rome, it was about spreading out. Also greed. When we put value on gold and silver and other things, it's about greed. Send my people out looking for riches. Let's put Christopher Columbus on a boat, send him out on an expedition, looking not looking for food, looking for gold, silver, because I want to be rich. There used to be a song, I want to be rich. Why do we want to be a ruler? Why make you feel so good? I tell you this, and we're going to wrap this up. See, children can't wait to grow up because they want to rule. They don't like how their parents run the house. I'll be glad when I'm grown. You know how it was, Sister Ann, when we was growing up? You couldn't wait to get out of mom and daddy's house because you don't like how they run things. So I can't wait till I grow up because I want to rule. You be mad at mommy and daddy. I'll be glad when I get grown. Y'all don't do right. I'll be glad when I get grown. Y'all don't do right. So you get grown. You become an adult. And you find out that being parents, being an adult, is not what it's all cracked up to be. Oh yeah, mommy and daddy rule the house. But see, children don't understand. Mommy and daddy got to go out, get a job. Mommy and daddy is responsible for you until you're 18 years old, which is very stressful life. It's not all what it's cracked up to be. They are responsible for the car, for the house, getting the bills paid, and all the things that we know of that goes on in the house. But when you're a child, you can't get your way. You whatever upset, you get upset. I'll be glad when I get grown. I remember when I was growing up as a teenager, especially when you're going through puberty and you have this urge to have sex. I mean, it start getting to you. You start looking start looking at these women. Mm-hmm. Yeah, buddy. It's on and popping. And then you get that baby when you're 17, 18 years old, and you begin to find out what it is to be an adult. It's not what it's cracked up to be. And so here these children are. They want to smoke. They want to drink. I want to be grown. They want to act like an adult. And then when they actually become an adult, see, I want to say this to the children. If there's any children listening, I want to give you some advice. Enjoy being a child as long as you can. I will say that again. My teenage brothers and sisters, you little children out there that might be listening to this video, be a child. Act childish. Do whatever you want to as a child as long as you can. Enjoy it. Be happy that your mother and your father or whatever, they pay the bills and whatever. Enjoy your life as a child. Because once you get grown, it's over. You are grown forever. You are only considered a child in this country till you're 18. Enjoy it. Once you become an adult, it's over. You are an adult all your life. You cannot go back and be a child. That can't happen. You saw Michael Jackson was trying to do that because he said that his childhood was, he didn't have a child. Well, Michael, your childhood was sacrificed so that you could become who you became. Once your childhood is gone, that's it. So you have a 40-some-year-old man want to hang around children. You have a 40-some-year-old man that want to go to Disneyland and play on the music, all the slides, all that whatever, like he's 13 years old. Because he didn't have a childhood trying to get it back. It's over. Once you lose your virginity, it's over. You can't go back and get it. It's over. Those are things you cannot get back. So you have these children. I can't wait till I get grown. And once they become an adult, they find out it's not what it's cracked up to be. So every weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, in the clubs, these adults go back to being children. All they want is fun. Matter of fact, some of these women, when you ask them, what are you looking for in a man? I want somebody that's fun. What? Somebody that make that. I need a man that can provide, a man that's strong, who can protect me. The first thing they say, I want somebody that's fun. Hey, Terry, I'm fun. I'm a fun guy. They looking for fun. Pleasure. That's what they're looking for. Feel good, pleasure. Happy times. I want to feel good. And then when many of them have their fun, getting drunk at the clubs and the strip clubs or whatever, then on Sunday, some of them struggle to get out of bed and they go to church. And then the preacher make them feel good. Don't worry that you sinned last night. Jesus forgive you, and all the goodness stuff. Praise the Lord. Because being an adult is not fun. And so, see, in our mind, we can only see, when it comes to rulership, we only see this good side. I'll rule everything. It's not what it's cracked up to be. What you're in a rush for. What you're in a rush for to rule something when you don't even control your own neighborhood. It's not what it's cracked up to be. So what ruler with the state of mind that you have right now, if you rose up to be in rulership position, you ain't gonna do nothing no different than the pecker would. You have the same mentality. And why do you think that the pecker would have the mentality, the mindset that he got? Because the black man was first. The black man is the original man, the Asiatic black man, the owner, the maker of the heavens and the earth. He watched them. Remember, you even said in your teaching that the white man copied the black folks. Because that's their mentality. That's what they was doing. And you even said how they brag. The Africans brag about wearing gold and silver and being pompous and arrogant, materialistic. You don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about black folks, you want to talk about Africans like they holy and righteous. Never happened. That's your fantasy. That's your imagination. These people, nobody, regardless of their color, ain't nobody on this planet that I know of practice holiness and righteousness. Maybe a few handful way up a mountain some damn where, but in modern civilization, it ain't happening. The reason why you want to be a ruler is because you don't like how this house is being run. That's all. You really don't want the responsibility. And you're full of air, you just talk. Because in order to be ruler, you have to be willing to sacrifice, suffer, even die. You have to have unity among your people. One direction, one purpose, one goal. That's why we have the United States of America. One people, one goal, one vision, one plan. That's how the United States of America come into being. And you're too immature to do that. So you can only dream and go to the mosque and go to the YouTube videos and listen to somebody's imagination that's never going to come true. But it feels good. You can't handle the responsibility of being no ruler. You can't even take control of a state. How you gonna rule anything? And what kind of ruler are you going to be? With your mindset, you ain't no damn better than the Peckerwood is. No different. I wouldn't want to be under your rulership. Y'all be chopping people's heads off, talking all crazy. You ain't gonna be doing nothing no better than they are. You a damn racist, wannabe. But if you came into power, you would be a racist. It's all about the melanin. It's all about black. No different than they are. Because you are their child. We was created by you are them. You think that you're not. You act and you behave just like the Peckerwood, just like the white man do. Ain't no difference. You hate everybody just like the white man. You prejudice, you bias, you a damn bigot, just like they are. Ain't no different. What kind of ruler would you make? The only thing you don't like is being on the bottom. You don't like, that's what you really don't like. You want to be the one to put somebody in, become a slave. You even hear this Hebrew Israelite people talk about, yeah, when the Most High come back, he gonna put all the white people in slave. Why? What's the purpose? Goes to show you that you ain't no damn different than they are. What's the purpose? Slavery was not about hate, it was about making money. They threw all this other stuff in to condition the people to accept it. It was about making money. It was not about hate because you black. No, it's about making money. Pick my cotton so I get rich. That's what it was all about. And then after all that was over, you in the way. I hate you are in the way. It's not about the hate that you're thinking about. Okay, we got all these Negroes here in the country. Okay, there's no more slavery. Okay, so we don't need you no more. What we gonna do with them? They hate you in the way. And you want to stay in the way. Here you are, and we have an opportunity to change our condition once and for all. We don't need them. You have everything that you need in order to change this condition. And if they don't want us here, then we can organize Exodus and find a new place to go. But see, I'll tell you this. See, it's like you don't know the value of somebody till they leave. You cheat on your wife. You complain about your wife. Then she decides to leave. Then you begin to realize if she leaves, what you're going to lose. Some of us don't understand the value of nothing until we lose it. See, we don't understand our value. We don't have to leave the United States of America. They do what they do to us because we allow it. That's why they do. They know our value. You don't even know your value. Because if you knew your value, you would unite with your brother and your sister and let's get it popping. You don't even know your value. You're not going to go nowhere divided. It's not going to happen. You're going to always fail. They know our value. And you say it yourself all the time. They know our value. I wish we knew our value. And you as a black power person, Pan-African or whatever blackness that you're talking about, apparently you don't understand your value too. But what you really don't understand is this. You're nothing without Angel Snub Nub 7. We are nothing without each other. We're nothing. Now, there are those who don't give a damn. Young Pharaoh don't give a damn as long as y'all pay so he can pay his rent on his house. Louis Farrakhan don't give a damn as long as y'all can pay for his grandchildren to go to college. These people don't give a damn about us. So they're not looking for unity. These people that y'all follow and give your money to, they want to do for self. Looking out for them. So even when you give them credit, well, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, well, young Pharaoh, I do not want to say that. Whatever we accomplish, I want to be able to say no name except we, the people, the soul brothers and sisters, the black man of America. Look what we done. That's what I want to be able to say. My personal individual name don't mean nothing. We done it. because we done it. I didn't do it all by myself. I don't want to say, now if I did it by myself, I'm going to get the credit, of course. I don't want it that way. I want to be able to say, look what we done. You understand? Of course you do. You're smart. All this imaginary stuff. The black man will rise again. You never been on top. The so-called Negro, you ain't never been on top to rise again. And at the rate you're going, get there. You're too selfish, too stupid, greedy, arrogant, profane, disgusting, and nasty. Because you have the same mind as your ex-slave master and their children. You think the same way. The only thing you do, only thing you done, you put blackness on top of it. You ain't no different than that Peckerwood is. They ain't no different. You are not just. You are not fair. You're evil, slanderous, profane, dirty. You have no integrity. You're not honest. You're not righteous. You're just like them. And that's why you don't do nothing. Because you're right where you belong, with them, and gonna stay with them. All that black unity and do for self stuff, that ain't nothing but some talk. Feel good rhetoric talk. You don't fool me. You love massa plantation, and this is where you're gonna stay and die. You ain't going to no damn Africa. Even your ashes is not going to Africa. You're gonna be right here with your massa on the plantation. Because you're selfish and stupid and a liar. You don't give a damn about our future generations. You're a liar. You just want to live as comfortable as you can and die. You don't care about your great-grandchildren. You don't care about the future generation. You don't give a damn about them. You're a liar. Your actions. I don't care what you say out of your mouth. Your actions show you don't give a damn about future generations. So y'all young people, I advise you to get on board the soul train. Come here and listen to this message, because I'm looking out for you. They're not. They just want to live as comfortable as they can and die. They're not looking out for you. If they are, tell me how they're doing, because they opening up a peanut business for you, some chocolate-covered peanuts. What's that supposed to do for us as a people? How does chocolate-covered peanuts going to give us power and a safe haven and a sanctuary? How is it going to, chocolate-covered peanuts going to make you rise to the top? It's not. It's going to take a whole lot more than what we're doing right now. It's not a game. So on that note, I made my points. I'm done. I really appreciate you joining me this evening. I really do. Thursday, we are planning to get together, and we want to talk about this anti-Asian violence. Soul brothers and sisters, should we be concerned about anti-Asian violence? We want to talk about that. I'm looking at a full panel to discuss that topic Thursday night at 8 p.m. Central Time. We want to talk about that. Of course, again, support our sister Noble, her book, God is on Trial. It's only $3.99 on Kindle, Amazon, and $13.99 paperback. Subscribe to her channel. The link is in the description box. Subscribe to our soul brother Taalik. The link is in the description box. And late night, we might not do a late night with Soul Sister Karen tomorrow, because we plan to get together Thursday. But support our sister, and her videos have been doing very, very well, I must say. Late night with Soul Sister Karen. And of course, if you want to donate and help us with whatever here at the Realist Temple, you can donate, Cash App, PayPal, whatever. The link is in the description box. You can do your ThY. It's cool. But how are we going to rise? And you don't want to unite with nobody. You too busy being childish about your ideology or your belief. Oh, I can't unite with Angel Snub 7 because he talked bad about Pan-Africanism, Islam, and you know he talked bad about the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan and silly. What that don't have, what that, my own personal opinion, what does that have to do with anything? You think that these Caucasian people in this country, hey, how you doing there, Sister Rashida? You think these Caucasian people in this country, you think they like each other? They did not like each other then. They do not like each other now. They just know how to come together and put together one plan, one purpose, one goal, and have a vision. They don't have to like each other. You don't have to like Angel Snub 7 in order to see that this Mississippi campaign is our best option. And of course, it's not perfect. Of course, it's trial and error, but we'll deal with that as we move forward. You can make it better because you are intelligent, you are smart when you want to be, when you're not being childish. Also, subscribe to Dark Skin TV. Our sister Rashida Strober, the world's first dark skin activist. Subscribe to her channel. Our sister Rashida. And I believe I've covered everything. If I missed something, I'll deal with that later on. But this black man rise again crap is nothing but more feel-good stuff for us. Jesus coming back, the mother plane, the black man will rise again. How? How? How you gonna do it when you can't control nothing? You don't even control your own life. These people, you call them the devil, but if these people really wanted to, they could kill every one of us overnight, every last one of us, and really don't even have to leave their house if that's what they want to do. They'll send their drones, they'll cut your electricity off, your gas, your water, stop all the trucks from bringing food into your neighborhoods. What you gonna do? The only thing you got is a pretty speech. You have nothing to defend yourself. You have no alternative to help us. Nothing. But they the devil. If they wanted to, there's nothing you could do. A lot of y'all got your little pop gun, and you did not make that. Where you got your little pop gun from? The white man. When you run out of bullets, you don't even have no bullets. Then you're done. But you can't see the wisdom in the Mississippi campaign. Only thing on your mind is drinking, smoking, making babies like you're a damn rabbit. Sister Rashida, we need to have a live stream talk about that. All these babies that we making, don't take care of. Bring these babies to hell. You making babies, but you don't produce no baby food, no Similac, no baby diapers, no baby cribs, no baby seats. And you get upset because they don't respect you. They're supposed to respect and honor you. Honor and respect you for what? You don't produce nothing. All thing you know how to do is lay on your back and spit babies out like rabbits. Bring them into hell. But see, if you took control of this little geographical area, you can make a place for them so they can feel safe, a sanctuary. So now you put yourself in a position so that you can be a producer. You can produce your baby milk and baby seats and baby diapers. Build your own cars. And then once you get that going, spread yourself out to the next state. Next thing you know, we have the whole South. Next thing you know, even in America, you can have your own independent nation. Because you don't know what the future may lie. We won't be there, but we'll lay the foundation and get the children ready to become rulers when they rise to the top. We won't be there. But we're not doing it for us. We're doing it for them, like Malcolm done for us, like Harriet Tubman done for us, Elijah Muhammad done for us, Booker T. Washington, W.E.B. Du Bois, and the list goes on and on, like they done for us. We making them look bad because we're not producing nothing. Making babies and don't even have nowhere to put them. And you wonder why this white man, these people are mad, angry at you. Because a lot of times you don't even support your babies. You end up on welfare. And the state got to support what you made. So the sister is in a house with 5 children, 5 different baby daddies, and all the fathers is in jail some damn where. You want to continue this pattern. And these black power folks don't want to change the condition. So this rotation, this thing goes on and on and on. There's only one that can break up this monotony. And I'm telling you, it's the Mississippi campaign. Operation Exodus, Mississippi campaign, subscribe. Share the videos. You don't have to share the videos that come from here. But go to Mississippi campaign. Let's get the conversation started. Let's get to talking. And put this train on the tracks. And let's mosey on down the road so we can stop talking about rising to the top. We have and will rise to the top. Hey, what's up there, Brother Christopher? Thank you so much for listening. Jot down your comments, subscribe, like, all that kind of good stuff. Do your thing. We'll be back Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Time. So on that note, as Doc Cornelius used to always say, as in parting, I wish us love, peace. I was going to play a song before I get out of here. Where is it at? Yeah. We're going to love, peace, and so. Yeah. Music by Astral, Boo Baby, and Xena Faye. like that stuff. Shout out to Soul Sister Noble, Soul Brother Taalik, Brother Omar, Soul Sister Karen, Sister Tangi, Sister Ann, Sister Rashida, the Deacons of Reality, Brother Christopher, and we got some new people in the chat. Thank you for listening. Hope to see you Thursday. Peace.